Good morning, students. Welcome back. I hope all of you are safe and fit at home, studying well and completing your work on time. This video is for the students of class 8th, subject English. And in today's video, we are going to cover one chapter of our Wren's grammar book. This is our chapter number 37. And the name of the chapter is Emails, as it is a part of writing skills. This is my lecture number 1 for the same chapter. This chapter is taken from Wren's grammar book. Students, we shall cover this chapter in one lecture only. Topics to be covered in today's lecture are, first of all, meaning of the email will be explained to you. After then, types of emails will be told. Then, format of email will be explained along with examples. At last, homework will be assigned. A question arises, what is an email? So the answer of this question is, an email or electronic mail is the most modern and popular form of communication in the world of internet. It is also the fastest and cheapest means of communication. It is therefore essential, means very important, to learn the skills of writing an email. Email helps us to send and receive a message by the click of a button in a few seconds. Or in simple way, we can say that email is the shortest form of electronic mail. These days, writing emails is preferred to writing letters. Sending an email is simpler, cheaper and faster than sending a letter. So now let us see in how many categories email is divided. So there are three kinds of email: informal, semi-formal, formal. Informal email is written to friends, relatives, family members. Semi-formal email is written to teammates, classmates and colleagues. At last, formal email is written to all professional communication. So now let us read about all the types of emails in detail. Basically, there are two kinds of email, that is formal or informal. But if we are talking about semi-formal email, so what is a semi-formal email? The answer of this question is an email written for a colleague or a teammate within a project comes under this category. So, the language used is simple, friendly and casual. Modesty and dignity must be maintained. Clarity, proper greeting and closing are some of the rules of semi-formal email. Now let us see what is a formal email. A formal email is written for any type of business communication or professional use. The formal email is written to any companies, government departments, school, authorities or any other officers. Use of polite and formal words. The reason for writing mail: clarity, proper greeting and closing are some of the rules of the formal email. What is an informal email? An informal email is written to any relatives, family members or friends. A person can use any language of his or her choice. Means use of polite, friendly and casual words along with proper greetings and closings are some of the rules of the informal emails. Now let us see what are the main tips for writing an email or emails. Fine. So means how to write an email in correct way, in proper way. Now let us see what are these points. Number one is emails are like letters but fairly informal. Just that it is sent through the internet, not through the post office. Number two is just like a letter, an email too has to be written in a particular format, although it is not very rigid. Number three, address in an email is normally the email ID. Number four, the subject is a line that tells us what the message is all about. Number fifth is avoid too many exclamation marks and no emojis. Number six is write a meaningful subject line, means it should be attractive, and second thing, it need not to be a complete sentence, it should be brief. Number seventh is a email like a letter starts with a greeting like that of a formal letter. Number 8 is an email generally ends with a short sentence. For example, hope to hear from you soon. Number 9 is while writing to a friend, means when we are writing informal email, at that time you can use hi or hello, means in salutation instead of dear sir or ma'am we can use hi Satish, hello Radha, like this. Number 10 is any kind of files can be attached to the message, means when you are sending an email with the help of computer or laptop, at that time you can attach any kind of file, whether it is PDF, Word, image, any kind of file you can attach. But while you are writing in a notebook, it is not possible. 11th, the message is kept short and to the point, means word limit should be 80 to 100 or 50 to 80, not more than it. Last point is formal endings like yours sincerely are avoided. We can end the email by just writing our name or regards and just below it your name. But few things are there which you have to keep in your mind while writing an email. That is, draw proper layout, use grammatical correct sentences, use proper punctuation marks to avoid confusion. So these are few points which you have to keep in your mind while writing an email. Now look at the format of email writing. The format of formal or informal email is same. You can use the same format while you are writing formal email or informal email. So let's begin. First of all, you have to make medium size box, not very big, not very small. After leaving first line, from the next line, that is your second line, you have to mention sender's email ID, right? If you're writing in a notebook, then you have to write down the word from, you have to put colon, and you have to write down your own email ID. Because what is the meaning of sender? Sender means the person who is sending an email, right? So here your own email ID should be mentioned. After comes receiver's email ID. In receiver's email ID, you have to mention the email ID of that particular person who is going to receive your mail. If you are writing in a notebook, then you have to write down the word to, you have to put colon, and then you have to write down his or her email ID. After receiver's email ID comes CC. What is the meaning of CC? CC means carbon copy. Fine. So what do you have to do in this CC? You have to put the email address or addresses. Here, if you are sending a copy, if you are sending any attachment, any file for further information and you want everyone to see this, at that time you have to mention CC in your laptop or computer. But if you're writing in notebook, then this point should not be mentioned. After CC comes BCC. BCC means blind carbon copy. In this, you have to put the email address here if you are sending them a copy and you don't want this others recipients to see that you sent it to any contact. Means if you want to send anything to another person and you don't want other recipient don't want to see that you have sent it to any another contact, then you have to mention BCC, blind carbon copy. But while writing in a notebook, this point should not be mentioned. CC and BCC you have to mention in your computer if it is necessary. If not, then no need to mention. After CC and BCC comes subject. What the reader sees in their inbox. If the subject line is misleading or missing information, your email may get read, or the message may even be sent to spam. The more formal your email is, the more detailed your subject line should be. But be aware of making your subject line too long. After subject comes salutation. In this salutation, you have to write down words like dear, respected, like this. Or instead of this, you can write down, if you're writing informal email, then you can write down hi, hello, and with that particular name of person. Fine. And keep one thing in your mind in subject. It should be brief, should give a clue to the content of the message. It need not be complete sentence, right? In salutation, you can write down dear sir or first name of person also. Then comes body of the email. It is divided into 3 paragraphs. First paragraph is introductory paragraph, or you can say opening statement. In this paragraph, you have to mention about your email in brief, or it begins with a pleasantry or greeting. If you are replying to a message, at that time you can write down thank you for your message or I received your message. It depends upon the type of message. Then comes second paragraph. In this, you have to include the matter in detail, means you have to write down the matter in detail. Then comes third paragraph. You have to conclude your email by mentioning the solution or conclusion. At last, that is your complimentary closing or ending statement. Then comes complimentary close, that is regards or loves and yours name, that is sender's name. So this is your complete format of writing an email. Now let us see the complete format with the help of examples. Now let us see first question. Write an email to the manager of a book shop where you had ordered some books and now you want to cancel the order. So let's begin. First of all comes the sender's address, that is raju-m24@gmail.com. Then comes receiver's address, that is manager kkbookshop@yahoo.com. Then comes CC or BCC. It is blank, it is up to you if you want to fill or not. Then you can add the email addresses. Then comes subject, that is cancel order. Then comes salutation, that is dear Mr. Shankar. Now let's begin with main content. I have ordered 2 volumes of a book on 25th November, which were supposed to be delivered within a week. 2 months have gone, and in spite of many reminders to you, the required books have not been delivered till date. In the meantime, I have managed to get the books from another shop as I required them urgently. I therefore request you to cancel my order as I don't need them anymore. Please make the necessary arrangement to cancel the order as soon as possible. Regards, and yours name, that is Raju. So now let us see question number 2. There was a heavy rain shower in your town today. Write a letter to your sister who lives in Florida, USA, describing to her the rainy day, telling her how you are missing her today. So let's start. First of all comes the sender's address, that is sunita@gmail.com. Then comes the receiver's address, that is rishita@gmail.com. Then comes CC or BCC. It is blank. It is up to you. If you want to fill, then you can add the addresses or email addresses or email IDs. Then comes subject, that is rain shower. Then comes salutation, that is hi Rishita Didi, and exclamatory sign. So let's begin with main content. I am writing this mail to tell you that today was an awesome day. In the last few days, the mercury had reached its peak and we were all praying for rain. Only rain could give us some respite. Every time we went out for some work, we came home exhausted. God has finally listened to our prayer today. It was about 4 o'clock when black clouds blanketed the whole sky, sending the message of the arrival of the much awaited rain. Since I didn't have an umbrella, I began to walk fast towards home. But big drops of rain began to descend and I almost began to run. There was not a single shed where I could seek shelter. Finally, I reached home completely drenched, but it was so refreshing and soothing to get wet after this harsh summer that we have been experiencing. Didi, I was really missing you today. I remembered those days when we would get wet together in these heavy rain showers and then enjoy the hot pakoras and tea made by mommy. Hope everything is fine at your end. See you soon. Love, or you can write down with love, and sender's name, that is Sunita. You have to mention your own name. If it is already mentioned in the question, then you have to write down that particular name. If it is not mentioned, then you have to write down your own name. Same with email ID also. Now let us see question number 3. You are recently experiencing problem with your internet connection. Write an email to the company which provides the connection. So let's begin. First of all comes sender's address, that is paki.rahul@gmail.com. Then comes receiver's address, that is 121@airtel.com. Then comes CC or BCC. It is blank. It is up to you if you want to fill. Then you can add the email addresses or email IDs. Then comes subject, that is complaint about internet connection or connectivity. Then comes salutation, that is dear sir or ma'am. Then comes the main content. It is with great sorrow that I write to you today regarding my internet service. While your service has never had problems before, recently I have experienced severe interruptions to my internet as well as slow speeds. I had previously put in a request for resolving the problem with the customer care, but to no effect. Effect means no result. I have established to my satisfaction that the problem is beyond my control and that you are not providing the service I am paying for. I work online, so it is essential that I should have internet that is functional. If you cannot guarantee service, I will have to move to another provider. It would be highly appreciated if you respond to my complaint as soon as possible. Expecting a prompt resolution or solution. Regards, and sender's name, that is Paki Rakul. So this is the end of the chapter. Students, you have to complete your homework on the basis of the topic explained by me, and your homework is revise chapter 37, that is emails, from the book or video, and based on the understanding of the topic, do exercises mentioned in the book PC Wren's grammar as page number 200, exercise number 1 and 2. These exercises you have to do in your English Fair notebook by following the correct format. Now let us see questions of exercise number 1 and 2. Question number 1 is, write an email to the principal of your school asking him to grant you leave for 1 week as you are going to Jharkhand to visit your ailing means very poor health grandmother. Number 2, write an email to your father telling him that you are planning to go to London soon for some refresher course organized by your school. Request him to send you your passport as it is urgently needed. That's all for today. This is the end of the lecture. Students, if you like our videos, then don't forget to hit on the like button and subscribe the channel. Thank you and have a nice day.